Come on, sexy lips. We'll go to Whitechapel first. Yeah.
Whitechapel.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here we are in the heart of Whitechapel. Keep an eye on your wallet, Holmes. This area is the highest for pickpockets in all of the kingdom.
Don't worry about my wallet, Watson. It would be easier to move Big Ben than to steal from me.
Or to borrow a shilling from you.
Amusing, Watson. Really very amusing. Can we move on to more serious matters?
I'm listening, Holmes.
Oh, this looks familiar, doesn't it? It's crazy how, if you come off from playing Jack the Ripper, like, this game just everyone's got a bloody shadow. I mean, in the previous 3 games, the shadows were broken, so they never worked, so nobody had a shadow. I mean, like the buildings did, but everyone else was a vampire. But yeah, look at the a lot more detailed the Whitechapel is, and it's even got the 𝘨𝘠𝘮𝘮𝘴𝘮𝘦𝘪𝘳, even though that should be that shouldn't be there. That should be down here. What? Which street was it on with the with this guy? Like, it's got weird eyes. It's really tiny. Child's got a beard. Yeah, looks like that Lucy bird. So we can't go anywhere outside of this area. You can't explore the whole of Whitechapel like you could in Jack the Ripper, because this is where this where the whorehouse was? It kind of looks like it is. Is it Books Row's here? Yeah, because Danny was over here, wasn't she? You know, the job of the slut. Footwear. My God. Yeah, like it's crazy how much more detailed the Whitechapel is in this game. Especially just coming off from playing like Jack the Ripper and such, where you explore this area very intimately, and there's like hardly anyone around. There's just that one guy with who's Captain. Is it Captain Stenick? Is his body double walking around with his pimp stick and his really fat, like really expensive clothes, and is in like the worst part of London. Bloody rats everywhere. That's where you get the bubonic plague from, people. This is the pub. This is called the International Workmen's Club now. That's not where that was. Yeah, because that's where the was it where the Jewish people were? Packing case makers. Oh, there's some kind of weird Chinese shop down here. In Burner Street. I don't remember this shop being here. Must be a new edition. I can't remember this part of the game. I've only, like, I normally run through this game, but at the moment I'm flying a bit solo. A bit blind. I just hope that I don't get stuck on any part. You see what I mean by how jerky the camera is when you're moving around? It's that slight, like, bobbing of the head.
Dispensary that we're looking for.
Sends me. Absolutely sends me. Yeah, we went into the Whitechapel Dispensary. Did we come in here for? We didn't come to Whitechapel in Nemesis, did we? Did we? I don't think we did. It's mostly like the gallery and the museum. Look, there's 𝘨𝘠𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 there. He was the shoemaker, and he also had a brother who was a pet store owner, which was up here, but it's not there anymore. And this is the wrong street. This is them just reusing assets, but and at least you have to make it the same. It's So the ladies getting their bread. Hello?
We aren't investigating down there, Holmes, are we? Are you sure?
Why not? Ah, I can't go up. Damn it. We'll head to the dispensary first. Yeah, so clicking your left click moves you forward. And it's also inconveniently the button you need to interact with stuff. So if you see me look at something and just start doing this, it's because I'm trying to click a bloody button that won't be clicked because it's being a bastard. This place looks similar. Oh, that's not the right guy.
Good day. Please excuse us. Oh, Grant, is it you?
Yes, but wait a moment. Watson, it's been years. Since the Faculty of Medicine, if my memory serves me right.
Yes, we were young and ambitious. I didn't expect to find you here. I thought you had gone to America.
No. I find that I prefer the filth here, amputating gangrenous legs.
Ah,
I'm joking, Watson. Unfortunately, I was unable to leave for Washington. I had to give up surgery. So instead, I crouched down in this rat hole, rubbing shoulders with the world's misery.
Grant, treating those in need is a noble calling. You underestimate the importance of your work.
If you say so. It's true that in the beginning I felt as you do, but as time goes by, the more this cursed area seems like hell. You think that nothing can get worse, and the next day you see that it can. Now famine has hit these poor wretches.
One can't always do as one might prefer when one is a doctor.
Grant, I'd like to introduce you to Sherlock Holmes.
Pleased to meet you. Well, no one comes here by chance, therefore I imagine that you need something in particular. How can I help you?
This is clearly a guy who hates his job. I wonder how why he didn't go to America. I don't think it ever touches up the poem on the fact that he didn't go to America because he had to give up surgery for some reason. But this guy is very cynical, isn't it? You can tell by his attitude and his voice that he hates working here. He hates people. What an odd choice, what an odd profession to be if he hates it. And again, I guess if you studied like medicine and spent all your money going to university and then just going, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to start making shoes for a living. It's not really something you do, is it, in those days?
Dr. Grant, we are in possession of a scalpel which was found in an unusual location. Does it come from your dispensary, as we believe?
From its mark, I'd say it was stolen from us. A lot of things disappear from here, you understand. Life is hard in Whitechapel. When the staff find a way of adding to their salary, they rarely hesitate to do so.
Thank you, Doctor.
Wow.
Farewell, Doctor.
See you soon, perhaps. And take care of yourself.
It's got a very calm voice, but there you go. That mud in the top right corner was bugging me. Is this the kind of guy who murders you for a living? Calm and collected, but at the same time really hates people. Oh.
Closed.
Oh. For these poor people.
Like all the sick lying here, this person is very quiet.
Not surprising, Holmes, this person is too weak. She's obviously suffering from malnutrition, and for more than a few weeks now.
Oh, Watson, I don't see you volunteering at the soup kitchen anytime soon. Oh, these beds are disgusting, aren't they?
This stove is hardly working. That would explain the damp around here.
Incredible. My colleague could at least keep a good fire going for his patients.
Not like he wanted to be here. He clearly doesn't like it here. Wonder why he's not left. So weird. I don't know the like, I don't know the history of this Grant guy, other than the fact that Watson knows him. Oh.
Buy my flowers, my lord, for your dear departed.
They got some very nice flowers. Makes everything else in this dark and dingy, ugly-ass world look... Oh, look at it. It's so pretty. And then you look out and you think, oh my god, everything looks like someone's smeared shit over it.
This cemetery is the very image of Whitechapel. Sinister, frightening, and ill-kept. A terrible place for one's final rest.
At least hunger no longer gnaws at them.
That's got a point. How do they afford to be buried if they if they can't afford to eat? I assume they'd just throw them in a pit somewhere or burn them in cremation style, because it's not cheap to be buried, is it? I mean, even in nowadays, you know, you realize how expensive it is to have someone put in the ground. It's fucking stupid. I think it's quicker to bury them in your back garden.
Analysed in Baker Street and this cemetery have something in common.
Dig up a ditch.
This rope is only worn on one side. This rope is only worn on one side. The rope used to tie up the Bishop of Knightsbridge came from this cemetery. It is only worn on the one side because it is used to lower coffins into graves.
That's not creepy.
Closed.
Oh,
This shovel belongs to the cemetery workers.
am I not taking it with me? Oh. Distribution for the 19th of September. Oh. Through the generosity of Prince Woodville, a new distribution of soup is being arranged within Whitechapel area. This voucher is valid for a meal on the 19th of September in any distribution area. Kurtz, don't forget to pick up the tools at the cemetery and don't be late this time, you great ape. Oh, then again, I wonder if it's signed Great Ape. I just assume that this is addressed to Kurtz and the person who wrote this is calling him a great ape.
A leaflet
I wonder.
for the soup kitchen. This leaflet is dated for the day after tomorrow. The tickets for the soup kitchen are given out on the same day. Only somebody who works there could have written on it.
Okay. The mystery is getting more mysterious. Oh.
Let us see if the elements analysed in Baker Street and this cemetery have something in common.
I think we go here.
Earth freshly turned over, still damp. Black and damp earth. This dark, damp earth is the same type as that which was found at the Bishop of Knightsbridge's home.
It came from a grave, then.
Oh.
What a lovely thought.
It's a noble job, that is.
Let us see if the elements analysed in Baker Street and this cemetery have something in
I keeps repeating the same shit, doesn't he?
granite. Granite. Black paint. The same black paint covers these stones. These stones are of the same granite. This black painted stone is identical to the fragments found in the rope which we analysed at Baker Street and in the footprints of the Bishop of Knightsbridge's murderers. Everything coincides, Watson. The fragments of granite at the bishop's home came from the tombstones of this cemetery.
As well as the rope that was used to restrain the poor man. One of those used to lower the coffins.
I can think of only two reasons why anyone should happen to spend a great deal of time in a cemetery. Either he is at rest here, or he works here. At least one of the bishop's murderers is employed here.
A shame. If he was at rest here, it would have made our job easier.
I would have meant that he was a corpse walking around, so zombie. I'd rather not deal with a zombie, Watson. I don't know about you, chap, but I really don't want to deal with zombies. Why did they paint the tombstones black? That's a question I would like to know. It's weird.
This must be the gravedigger's cabin.
Well, judging by the state of this place, they don't work very often.
Wow. You know, throwing shade on grave diggers, man. I think we've done all we can in this area for now, anyway. I think we need to talk to this guy.
Holmes, the man from the soup
Yeah.
isn't only in voluntary service. Look,
A money game.
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi! We'll give you that free
I knew we'd say that.
right here. Don't hesitate. Come get yours. All thanks to Prince Woodville's kind generosity. A ticket for a hot bowl of bacon soup.
Excuse me, my good fellow.
You don't look like the needy.
we're not here.
You'd be surprised.
We're merely passing through. But I would like to commend you for your good charity.
It's the Prince of Woodville who's the charitable one. All I'm doing is filling the bowls. For the first time ever in this area, someone's thinking of the poor people here. Look around you. At every street corner, you'll find someone giving out soup just like me. I grew up here, and I can promise you, it's the first time the toffs have thought about us.
And no one tries to take advantage of this?
No, mister, that's not possible. You have to exchange a ticket against a bowl. The tickets have the day's date on them, and are handed out after mass. That way no one can cheat.
Wow. Look. Why is my character moving around so much? It's just... It's like he's trying to balance on a ball. It's weird.
A bowl of good bacon soup isn't for you, gentlemen.
We're looking for two people called Grape Abe and Kurtz. Do you know them?
Can't you see I'm giving out soup?
So he won't tell us information, so we've got to gamble his ass. Gamble his ass?
You again. You can't have any soup, you're too rich. It's for the poor, not the toffs.
And what would you say to relieving two toffs of their wallets by giving them a chance at dice?
With great pleasure. What do you want to bet?
Your ring against my friend's superb silver watch.
Holmes, I inherited this watch from my brother. It has a great sentimental value.
Watson, show your watch to our friend here.
Done. Make yourselves at home. All right, mister. First who gets 36 points wins.
By rolling the die, you must reach 36 points. This is pure chance. This is one of those games where I would save beforehand and then just wing it because, yeah. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a save and then I'll just keep rolling the die. Oh. Fucked up that straight away. So as you can see, and as soon as you land on the skull, it removes your points. So you just have to roll, and then when you think you got a decent number, you store it. But like, unless you're going to hit quite a high number, there's no reason to. Again, it's RNGesus. See, I would store that number. Yeah, smart boy. Oh my god, my luck is terrible. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm a gambling man. Oh yeah. Effectively, you could just keep just rolling once and then saving. That's not enough. But as long as this guy doesn't get enough to get 26 in one go, then it's... Oh, I still need... There we go. Easy.
Perfect.
Give me your ring now, boy.
Alone? Can't you see I'm busy?
I want my ring.
We win.
Hey, not so fast. We'll play a game.
Out of the question. You have lost. You owe me your ring.
Oh, it means a lot to me, this ring. Me dad gave it me before he died. He choked on his own glass eye. My mum didn't get over the shock of it, and she killed herself by smashing her head open with a wooden leg.
Holy shit.
Only just heard that my sister, who was a prostitute, had caught an embarrassing disease that made all her hair fall out. And worse, our dog got run over when he...
As this ring holds such sentimental value for you, I will allow you to keep it. What would you say to exchanging that against some information about Grape Ape? That seems like a fair deal, don't you think?
Grape Ape works with us. He usually deals with the tickets, but we haven't seen him for a few days.
Where is he usually to be found?
Well, last time I saw him, he was with his mates from the dispensary, them that deal with the morgue. Now, that's all I know.
It is quite good enough. Keep your ring, my good man, as a souvenir of your poor father.
A souvenir of me dad, me mum, me sister, and me dog.
One further thing. You said that Grape Ape's friends work at the morgue. Which morgue?
The morgue at the dispensary. I must say, they got a funny job. They wash the dead, dress them, cut their hair. They clean the blood off the floor, chase the rats, stamp on the cockroaches. Mister, I can tell you, I prefer giving out soup.
There isn't a certain Kurtz amongst the employees.
Listen, we didn't play for info about the whole city. I'm not telling you anything else.
The dispensary has got its own morgue. Interesting.
Well, yeah, I just told you so. It's the one that all the undertakers prefer. Think about it. It's just next to the cemetery.
Thank you, my good man. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, mister.
Come on, Watson. She's just standing there. Brilliant. So we need to find... What's his name? Great Ape. Yeah. Selling umbrellas. That's an odd thing to be selling outside a hospital. This guy should know more.
How can I help you?
Tell me, Doctor, do you have a morgue in your dispensary?
Yes, it is the busiest place in the building.
We would like to see it.
The door at the far end. The one with the unpleasant smell.
Very good.
You're not gonna...
Farewell, Doctor.
See you soon, perhaps.
He's not... He's just gonna let us walk into the morgue. It's very odd, isn't it?
Look, Holmes. A list of the recently dead. How sad.
I see names that have something in common.
Oh. List of the recent deaths from the morgue to the cemetery. Sarah Ferguson, 56, died of malnutrition. David Levy, 45, died of malnutrition. Sally Petico, 17. John Hamilton, 19. Same cause of death. Suicide by poisoning. To be buried in the same part of the cemetery they were going to be married. Why would he poison themselves if they were going to be married? I don't get it. James Barnaby, 32 years old, killed by 23 knife wounds? My days. Harry Copperfield, 65, died of exhaustion and malnutrition. That's what I feel like all the time. Exhausted and not malnutrition, though.
My colleague keeps quiet about his morgue. This place is a real mess.
Concentrate, Watson. We must look for clues about Grape Ape's friends.
Here's a morgue, Watson. What do you bloody expect? It's not gonna be... Holy shit. Like, these are the same... Are they the same creepy images? No. I remember the images in Jack the Ripper. That's the same image. Creepy baby. Oh, God, I don't want to look at that picture. Ooh, fucking hell. It's enough to give you nightmares.
The state of the instruments. They've probably never been cleaned.
Oh, look. If you've got time to complain, you've got time to clean. I'm just saying, Watson. I'm just saying. You wanna, you know, you wanna run your mouth and put on some rubber gloves and start cleaning the shit out of this place. So we need the scissors to open up.
Holmes,
Oops.
this is Kurtz.
Oh.
We've just found one of the Bishop of Knightsbridge's murderers.
2 keys. A small metal stem.
Well, well, this Kurtz was carrying a lot of things.
Perfect.
Is that it? I don't know what we just found. That's the cemetery. There's the shed. There's the other shed with the spade. And that's the shed with the gravestones outside. Okay. See you, chap. Let's wobble my way over here. Oof. I swear that slight head bobbing is really not. It's not good for you. Shovel. Rope. Ah, you can use the keys for the lock. I'm guessing this is...
Perfect.
Ah, okay. What an odd way to open a bloody door. Oh.
Here, this hut is on the map. Let us search it from top to bottom, Watson.
Oh, what a jumble.
Pick up an axe. Note to all employees. Fell the lover's tree to make place for another grave. If the famine doesn't end, we can expect a lot of customers. Chief P.Long.
How is it that there is no room in this cemetery?
I wonder if his first name's Penis. Chief Penis Long. Guessing we're going to ask it a question.
Bags filled with nails.
Noise.
There are a lot of them. Well, really.
I can see a large crack. I'll need something thin. A hole was drilled a short while ago. There is a sack inside this hole. Let us see what is inside it.
Valuable objects. But what are they doing here?
Oh, we're obviously stolen, Watson. I wanted to do what you told me to do, but it didn't fit in. I've closed the chest and hidden the rest with the Romeo and Juliet. With Romeo and Juliet, the 2 newcomers.
We are making headway. How do we know what this means?
This message confirms that we are on the right track.
What else is in here?
Valuable objects.
So, Romeo and Juliet, the 2 newcomers, is to do with the recent deaths. If you remember correctly, Sally and John, they were suicide by poisoning, which is what Romeo and Juliet did. And yeah, we need to find their graves. But if you come to this tree,
Here is our tree. Let us examine the inscriptions.
Sally and John.
Sally and John. This design was the last to be done. Sally and John is engraved here as a symbol of their love.
So we've got to look for that symbol, which is like a weird love heart with another love heart in the middle. It should be on one of these graves somewhere. I hope it is. The obvious pattern right there.
Yes, it must be there.
Oh, it's not a heart. It was just a weird shit apple. So we need...
This shovel belongs to the cemetery workers.
You frighten me, Holmes.
What? Why? Because I picked up a shovel. Thunk. We need to start digging.
This must be the grave. Dig quickly, Watson.
Very well, Holmes.
Yeah, put you back in it.
Look, a metal box.
Nobody concerned that we're just sitting here digging up a bloody grave. No?
The lock on this box is rather sophisticated.
This box comes from a bank. The criminals must have held on to it after a hold-up.
This is the only puzzle I remember doing that I absolutely detested. Like the correct sequence of numbers is in the bottom left, where it says 782354464, and you can only move twos, the numbers that are in twos. Obviously, you have to get them in order. So 78234354464. But yeah, you can only move them up and down, left and right, but they have to be paired. You can't separate them. So if I move the 5 and the 7, you can't move the 8. Yeah, and you just get in this sequence of numbers. Oh my god, I remember doing this, and even now, I still don't know the easiest solution. So I'm just gonna have to just wing it. This is gonna take so long. I can already see myself cutting massive swaths out of this video. Oh my god. Oops. That's 7 and 8. Thing is, you can get all these numbers correct, and then there'll be like just 2 that you need to swap around, and then it's like, oh, I got to redo it all over again. It's not a fun puzzle. It's very time consuming. It doesn't need to be.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
That was I think that's the only puzzle that I remember doing. That it's the yeah. Never a fan of that.
These candlesticks are undoubtedly stolen.
Bloody hammer there.
A hammer covered in blood.
Why would they bury a hammer? I don't get it.
It must be important to be hidden here.
Holmes, there is someone in that hut.
I saw, Watson. Come, and keep your revolver at the ready, just in case.
Okay.
Open up. We're not the police. Do not be alarmed.
That's a strange way of reassuring.
It is. God, Watson holding that gun.
Holmes, they are children. My God, one of them is hurt.
What do you want? Don't come any closer. Are you the police?
Don't be afraid. I am a doctor. I'm going to look at your friend's wound.
Wait, Watson. I've got some questions to ask these children.
This is urgent, Holmes. In this filthy place, the risk of infection is very high, and the wound could get worse with every second lost.
The immediate danger for these children is not so much the wound as Mr. Fletcher.
Who?
Look at the wound, Watson. It's thin and precise. It was made by a sharp, well-kept blade. Any other blade, less well-kept, would have torn the tissue around it, and its size would be irregular.
So what does that imply?
In this area, who would take such great care with a blade? A butcher, of course. And the only butcher in the area is Samuel Fletcher, who at this moment is replacing a window that has been forced open. He's a man to hold grudges, as anyone around here will tell you.
The children are in danger.
A man as skillful with a knife as a butcher, and with a bad reputation to match, could easily strike a fatal blow by cutting the child's jugular. If he hasn't done it, it's surely because these little thieves broke into his shop at night to steal a piece of meat. The poor lighting in this area saved them. I can assure you that Mr. Fletcher has spent the day trying to trace these children, and if he finds them, wounds will be the least of their problems.
That's true. What do you want? Don't let the butcher find us.
Why am I moving around so much? What the hell is up with this game with this? Look at him. It's like he's pissed.
Dr. Watson will treat your wound, but the treatment won't be free. I don't need to remind you that life is hard. You know that already. Give me the address of a certain Kurtz, and the doctor will dress your wound. No address, no treatment.
I can't tell you, mister. Kurtz is a dangerous madman.
Holmes, you go too far. You have frightened the poor child.
Who cares? Afraid.
Justice is sometimes harsh, young man. If the police hear about this breaking and entering, they will see Mr. Fletcher's side of the story.
No! Don't call the police. Please, mister. We don't want to end up in prison.
I'm looking for a certain Kurtz.
I can't tell you, mister.
In that case, I must take the side of justice. You and your brother are thieves.
All right, don't call the police. Kurtz is a dangerous madman. He's called the Colonel round here. I heard he was in the Boer War in Africa. He lives in Batty Street next to the wine shop. The way he smells, he must be a good customer.
Good. Watson, see to the wound. Never mind about the police.
It's funny how much of an asshole Sherlock is in this. Kurtz lives in Batty Street, next door to wine merchant.
We must protect these children from that butcher, Holmes.
It won't be necessary. I've had dealings with Samuel Fletcher before now. He's not the monster I've made him out to be. If he had wanted to kill them, he would have done so, even in dim light. By wounding the little thief, he wanted to warn him never to set foot in his shop again. Forget Mr. Fletcher, Watson.
You mean you lied to frighten those poor children?
Exactly. Clever, wasn't it?